It's starting now. All right. We're live. Let me just start
All
for our
right,
friend
all right, all
on
right.
Instagram. Takes a little time here. Okay. Yeah, we're live on
Comment ce
Instagram.
qui va, Félix?
Ça va, man? Ça va super.
You okay there? You distracted or what?
Super journée. I was distracted. I was writing on Instagram for our people because they're the ones we don't see
Okay,
the comments on
that's allowed.
Instagram. Yeah. So yeah. How was your day, man?
Can't complain. I had a good day. How about you, man?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Can't complain. Can't complain. I think
Was
you're
busy.
Yeah, we started with a little window cleaning and came back at the office. Worked on the CRM pretty much all day, doing improvements on the CRM. And and yes, here we are live streaming for our friends. It's Winners Wednesday. On Wednesday, we're going to be talking about um, first of all, we're gonna start our first I would say um, like
But
those
what? Wait.
those those
Can we talk about what are we doing exactly? Like I feel like
so
we didn't really talk much about what we're doing on these live streams. And by the way, can you hear me? Okay. I just want to make sure my mic is good.
Yeah, ça l'a coupé pendant comme juste un instant, mais
Ah,
là,
okay,
c'est
okay,
bon.
okay.
Ouais, c'est
Perfect,
ça.
perfect.
Mais là, c'est chill. Mais, ben, écoute, regarde, si on peut le dire, moi, j'aurais quand même aimé ça parler du livre pour qu'on en vienne après, parce que ce livre-là, le 10X Rule, ben, écoute, tu peux voir là, comment il est usé. Là. Je l'ai amené partout. Ce livre-là, il y a du vécu. Puis je te dirais que c'est le livre qui a le plus traversé. Il y en a qui, je sais que il y en a qui ne traitent pas sur
Fantastic.
Grant Cardone, puis, mais c'est un livre incroyable. C'est un livre qui m'a aidé à traverser des périodes assez sombres, puis qui m'a aussi appris à m'écouter. Puis je pense que c'est quelque chose que, tu sais, quand tu cherches à avoir quand tu es à la recherche, nous autres, tu sais, toi puis moi, on a toujours été un petit peu comme ça durant la vingtaine. On cherchait à avoir du succès, on cherchait à start une business, faire quelque chose qui allait nous rapporter. Ça peut être autre chose, mais ce livre-là, je veux dire, c'est un livre que moi puis George, on a beaucoup enjoy à lire ensemble. On a lu ça ensemble. Parce qu'en fait, c'est ça. C'est pour ça que je voulais parler du livre en premier, parce que tu voulais qu'on dise pourquoi on fait le live stream. Mais en vrai, on a commencé en lisant le 10X book sur notre Discord. Parce que moi et Jordan, on a un Discord. Ouais, it's a little bit like our office. We're working every day. We're meeting there every day. And at some point,
And
we
we're two big
decided to.
nerds.
Yeah, well, it's
Some
work,
people
you
have
know?
Discord to play video games. Some people have
I
Discords
don't know. I only
to
use
to
Discord
read.
for work, to be honest. I don't even know the other applications. I've only been using Discord since you showed me Discord. I don't use Discord for anything else. Je sais qu'il y en a qui l'utilisent pour les threads de, mettons, for gaming. That I know, but I never used it for that. So I don't even know how to use it for that. So, anyways, it's our virtual office. We're there every day. We were meeting there every day, and it was our mental training. For a time, the 10X rule was our little mental training at the beginning of the day. We were reading that book, and at some point, on se l'était toujours un petit peu dit qu'on aimerait ça partager ça avec les gens, euh, la puissance que ce livre-là nous avait donnée. Euh, puis en fait, c'est ça. Le mercredi, on va explorer ça ensemble. On va regarder ensemble les thèmes qui sont dans le 10X Rule. On va commencer avec ça. I would say it's our first like series. It's not going to be our only book that we're going to be reading, but I guess for our first series of Winners Wednesday, I think it's a good base. It's where we should start. That's where I started. So, je sais pas qu'est-ce que t'en penses, George.
Listen, I think it's a fantastic book, obviously, and like you said, we actually read this book together. I'm in Portugal. This guy's in Canada, and like we have different time zones. So like I'm training. I'm in the gym at like 8 9 in the morning, whatever. This guy's up at like 4 in the morning, and we're reading this book together. I'm lifting weights. This guy, I don't know what he's doing, having his coffee, and we're reading this book in the Discord. Well, he's reading it, and I'm just listening. I have instead of some people they have their headphones are listening to music at the gym, and some people are listening to
Audible.
audiobooks, aka Felix reading the book.
C'est les Félix au books.
And so that's it. So he would just read the book, and then we would just pause at every point that we thought was interesting. We'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's interesting." No, 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 you know.
We had
And,
conversation.
and we would have conversations. I'm literally lifting up weights in the gym, and we're talking about
At
the
some
the
point,
principles in the book.
at some
And
point, it became a thing with the employees, and you know, my wife was joining the Discord. Everybody was on in the Discord. My mom was in the Discord. At some point, you remember, my mom was in the
yes,
Discord,
yes, yes.
listening to the 10x rule. I got my
In English
mom
too. And your
listening
mom is
to
a
in
francophone.
English, but I was
Yeah.
translating at the same time. So it became like it became a thing, and that's a little why we got this live stream going, because I think that these information that's in there should be available. It's actually information that's good for anyone. Anyone could tap on this and transform their everyday life. This is not something that you need like some special talent to apply. And the guy who wrote the book, Grant Cardone, for those who don't know him, he's a regular. He used to be a regular guy. He used to be someone who grew up in regular neighborhoods with regular parents. You know, I think his dad died or something like that. Or his mom raised him alone or something. I'm not sure, but anyways, he had a very regular life, very regular upcoming, and he's managing over, I think, more than $1 billion in real estate globally. He's known. Like, you should just go Google him, and 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 it's not about Grant Cardone. It's really about the content that's in this book, because there's a bunch of books. Obviously, there's a bunch of books on personal development. There's a bunch of books on motivation in general, but I just feel like this book is really different on its like on the definition of taking action, how we define taking action. And that's something that we're just going to start with one sentence. I just want to read you a sentence, and you're going to tell me what you think about it, because it's the sentence at the beginning. You know, when you turn the pages, I just show you. It's the first sentence of the book right here. This one. Anyone anyone that suggests me to do less is either not a real friend or very confused. So what do you think about that sentence, bro? Anyone that suggests me to do less is either not a real friend or very confused. And we all have that family member that tells us to do less. You're doing too much. You're working too much.
I like it. I think it kind of like it kind of shows you like what type of people to have around you. You know, a lot of people say that like you're the average of the couple of people that you hang around with, and
I think it's very true.
that's it. I think having friends that bring you down is just hinders your development. You know, so I love that quote for that reason. You know, like it reinforces to have people that always push you forward and motivate you and stuff like that. That's why we get along so well, right? We're always pushing each other to do
100%,
better
c'est
and to
vrai
do
ça.
more every day.
100%.
And yeah, you're that guy, you're that friend in my life that we always fucking push each other, to go further and further. So that's why this book is huge.
But what would you say? Because it's the first phrase of the book. So I guess he knows like who he's talking to, what he's talking about. He knows that people are just going to read the book and be like, he's telling me to do so much. Like it's not good for your health. It's toxic. My grandmother told me. Like it's true. And we got told that. We got told. My grandmother told me, and rest in peace, my grandmother. She died this year, and she would tell me that until the very end. She would tell me like that I fais attention, tu sais, travaille pas trop, and I've heard that so many
Yeah, but look, I
times.
don't think that's meant. I don't think that people say that and they mean that they want you to do bad.
I
I
don't think
think
they
some
mean
some
anything, but
people, some people, I think are low key jealous when you're working a lot. I think they're low key like they don't want you to work that
jealous.
hard.
Okay,
Yeah, they're low key like they see you working hard. They see that you're potentially
so
going
they're
somewhere,
scared.
and they're like they like want to drag you down a bit, you know. But I think those are some people. But then there's also some people that tell you, oh, don't work so hard, don't hurt your like don't get burnt out.
Hmm.
I think they actually genuinely mean well, most people. But like what he's saying in that phrase, like that you're not a friend, like he basically doesn't want friends like that. Like he wants friends who push
Ouais,
him.
c'est
He
ça.
doesn't want friends who are gonna tell him
He doesn't see
like yeah,
value in people
don't
who
work
are
so much. Like
exactly.
the book is called 10x, 10 times.
So
Whatever you're doing now, do it times 10.
obviously we're gonna multiply, right? So yeah. So what is the
And
10x rule?
also I do want to say like everybody has their own choice to live their life how they want to live their life, right? If some people just want to work like regular, and they don't want to do 10x, man, it's totally fine. At the end of the day, some people are
100%.
happy doing that. It's like it's a mindset,
And I guess that book is not for
Just
them.
like
You know what? Like
I
just
live in a place where that mentality is very rare. That mentality in Europe, in like I live in Portugal, right? So it's people here want to enjoy life. They want to go to the beach. Like sometimes I go to the store to buy something, and there's a sign on the door. Like Google Maps says that the store is open, and I get there, and there's a
it's
sign on the
closed.
door saying closed for 2 hours. What do you mean closed for 2 hours? Come
Wow.
back in 2 hours. What? Come back in 2 hours? Like, bro.
Nah, they're
So
not
they,
about business. They're
so
not
they,
about
they probably they probably just like it was nice outside. They probably said, you know what? I'm gonna go to the beach with my family, and I'm gonna
no
go to the
way.
beach with my family, and I'm just gonna keep the store closed for a bit. So like they don't care. They don't care about making money, and they don't care about that stuff. They just care about spending time with their family, enjoying the nice weather, enjoying life, and there's nothing wrong with that at the end of the day. Right? Us,
100%.
me and you, we're a hungry, young, 30-year-old, and we're
It's true.
hungry. We wanna achieve a lot, and that's it. I just
And
think
I
it's
guess
to
I
each
guess
their
there's a
own.
lot of
That's
people in
why
the
we're
same
obsessed.
situation.
That's why we're obsessed with personal development books, and we're always talking about personal development books. And this one here
I have
is
like
crazy.
4 open right now. Right in front of
But
me,
I,
like
I, I actually don't read. I just audiobook everything. I have this app called Audible. I don't know if you know what it is.
ben oui, je l'ai aussi
And
avec Amazon.
that's it. So it's either you're reading the books to me or Audible's reading the. I
But
don't
it's
actually.
chill. But it gave me that idea. I told myself, I was like, okay, but it's probably the same thing for a bunch of people. And
And
I'm
you
pretty sure
understand even more.
these
You
books are not
understand
even
even more.
expensive. Like, let's be real. These books are not even like it's not that it
It's
cannot
not
be the
even the
price.
point of the price. Like you get so much value from the book. It's not even like if a
I
book
just feel
costs
like,
you like $100, like, but imagine it gives you like $1 million of value.
but bro, let's start. It's funny you say that because I was actually shopping for books and I was looking at the
Where do
price.
you
I was
shop
like,
for books? Where do you look for your books?
I
You on
just go I
Amazon?
just go on Amazon, and if I don't find it on Amazon or I have other like insights for another book, I just go on leslibraires.ca.
I just know that you have
Leslibraires.ca.
amazing book recommendations. Like every single book you recommended me, I read them all. You sent me. Do you remember last year? You sent me 2 full screenshots of personal development books.
It's true.
There was like I think like 50 books,
Yeah.
and
I've read a lot.
I'm still in the process of reading those books. I'm like
I
halfway
used to
done.
go at the
Or
library. I
reading,
used to go at the
listening. Sorry,
library and take them
listening
all.
to those books.
I used to go at the library and
Pardon
just
me?
take them all. I I said I used to just
Avec
go
la
at the
carte
library.
d'avantage.
Non, j'avais la ben ici à Montréal, c'est la carte je me souviens plus, c'est la carte de bibliothèque de
Carte
Montréal. I just made a
d'avantage.
yeah, yeah, yeah. and I used to take the limit. So I think it was 16 or something like that, and take all the books off the shelf. Pretty
And
much
how does it
everything.
work? You just borrow books and you
You
bring them
just
back.
borrow them and you bring them back like a month later. And I was not reading all of them because obviously you don't have time to read 16 books in a month, right? So I was just like reading fast, and if I liked them, I liked it, I was just buying it. So that's what I've been doing for
Hmm.
the past 10 years.
So that's how you. So wait, that's how you choose your books. You like read the summary of the book.
I
Because
read.
for me
Yeah, I go at the
personally,
library. I'm
sure.
just gonna be totally honest. And when I get recommended something by a friend or by I go on Amazon. I shop around, and Amazon is always giving me like the
Yeah,
algorithm of like
Amazon's amazing to get reviews and stuff. But
yeah.
that's how I choose my books. I literally just read reviews. If it doesn't have like 4.65 stars out of 5, I'm not reading it. I just go
But
for the books that
well,
have a
yeah, but
lot
it
of reviews.
depends because
That's just my way. I know it's not the
it's not the top
correct way
way.
or whatever you want to call it.
But of
At
course,
the
if you
end of the
see
day,
twenty
it
thousand, if
works
you
for
see
me.
20,000
It
reviews
works
about
for
a book,
me, and every time I never get disappointed. It's always an amazing book. And then I read the comments. Wow, actually,
yeah.
good
You need to read the
actionable
comments.
steps.
You need to read the
You know,
comments. And
like
people are gonna give you context in the comments, like, "Oh, I'm a IT engineer, blah blah blah, and I've read that book, and it changed my perspective because I'm an
and
engineer."
and,
And
and it actually
that's actually what you're
it,
looking for, Might be actually what
and
you're
it
looking for.
actually, like, when you have those good reviews, it actually is most of the time a good book. I'm gonna get a bit off topic here. I don't know. Remember, I told you I quit smoking by reading a book. My
Yes, you told
girlfriend
me that.
recommended me a book, Alan Carr's Easy Way of Stopping to Smoke. I've been smoking for 15 years. I wasn't able to quit, not with the patch, not with the gum, not with vape. And my girlfriend said, "Read this book. It really works." I'm like, "No, how's a book gonna make me like stop smoking?" And I'm like, "Okay, let me just read the reviews." I think the reviews were like 4.8 or 4.9 stars, and there was like thousands of reviews. I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Wow,
Like, this book actually works.
stay
And
free.
I read the reviews, and people were saying like, "Wow, it actually worked. It actually worked. Crazy." I'm like, "Okay, I got it. I'd be foolish not to give this a shot." So I gave it a shot. I started reading the book, and it was a nice read because while you're reading the book, it's telling, like, the author's telling you, like, okay, stop reading and go smoke, and come back. So, like, during the book, he's
Uh,
encouraging you to smoke as many cigarettes as you want because he
wow,
wants you to
okay.
pay attention. He wants you to be all there. And so that's it. Just reading the book, reading the book. I'm towards the end of the book, and I'm like, man, I'm almost done the book, and I still feel like smoking. It doesn't make sense. And then the last chapter, it's the final cigarette. You smoke the final cigarette, and you butch it out, and that's it, done. No more smoking. And when I got to that last cigarette, he's like, and I was listening to it on audiobook while I was smoking it. He's like, okay, inhale. He's like, look at the cigarette, smell it. Look how disgusting it is. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, this is disgusting. I take my last puff. Boom. I put it out. I'm like,
Wow.
in my head, right after I butched out that cigarette, I'm like, oh my god, I don't want this anymore. I'm like, I don't want to smoke anymore. 15 years of smoking. That was my last cigarette.
Eh,
And
it's
it's
crazy. It's true.
I actually
I
started
saw you
crying.
stop like
I,
it's fou. C'est
yeah,
fou quand même.
I actually started crying. Like, I actually started tearing. I don't cry or tear very easily,
Mm.
but I don't know, something in my head told me like,
Bah,
yo,
bro,
you're
15 years smoking.
you're actually done. And I knew I was done. And
Mais c'est un
yeah,
habit
for
quand
me.
même, une
So
routine
yeah,
que tu.
I don't know if you could see.
Wow.
109 days. So
109
yeah,
days.
In Europe, it's really
It's a
cheap to
lot of
smoke.
euros, my friend. It's a lot of euros.
It's not, if you think about it, it's not that much. 268 euros
Bah,
for
bro, for 100 days. Kind of.
it's not that much. In, like, okay, in
You
Canada
saved
it would
it.
be, in Canada it's
My
like I
grandmother
saved.
used to
Yeah,
say,
but yeah,
the money you save is the money you make.
for sure, absolutely. She's
Because you
absolutely
could
right.
do something with that. You could actually invest it. You could buy a fucking something on
Yeah,
the stock
100%.
market
But
with
yeah,
that.
I don't want to get off topic there with a book
Yeah, I
not
will
related
just.
to like
But
like
if you wanna go to sleep
business.
early, What time is it right now? Is it's
Right now it's 11:15, so like another 15 minutes.
Ben
I'm
non,
gonna have
ben non, ben non,
I'm
Jordan,
gonna have
t'as été off topic, là.
I'm
Faut que
gonna
tu
have
restes
a
avec nous.
I'm gonna have a glass of Valdemar water. Which way is it?
Rare.
De l'eau Valdemar.
Incroyable. C'est un génie spatial. Faisait ça.
C'est-à-dire,
Spatial.
we even said we're not gonna bring our inside jokes on
Pas
the
d'inside
podcast.
jokes. Mais il n'y a personne, là. C'est chill. Puis quand que les gens vont écouter ça, ils vont dire c'est quoi ça? C'est pas de tes affaires, man. Faut que
C'est
tu
quoi ça,
viennes,
ce
faut que
génie
tu viennes dans le
spatial?
private Discord pour pouvoir comprendre c'est quoi le génie spatial.
That's it.
All right, let's keep going on this. Let's just so yeah, the 10x rule. What is the 10x rule? The 10x rule will show you how to define the correct goals, accurately estimate the effort needed, have the right approach with your projects, with your life, with your goals, with your everything you have in mind, what you want to do, like have the correct approach to tackle that. And have the right frame of mind. And then determine exactly how much action to take. So that's important. And we're going to be talking a lot about how many actions, the number, and that's why the first sentence of the book, we spend so much time talking about the first sentence, because the number of action is something, it's a hot topic. People are going to be telling you you're doing too much. This guy is asking you to do too much. It's too much. Doing a live stream every night, 5 days a week is too much. People are going to tell you that. But what is too much? It depends. It depends on your goal. To me, I feel like the goals you and I don't want to go too deep. We're going to be talking about that later. But it's descendant. You set your goal, everything comes from there. For me, the 10x rule has been that. I've been setting these targets and everything came descendant. Everything changed. So we're gonna but I don't want to say too much because we're gonna get too deep. And I want to make it fast. We're gonna get through like the first parts pretty fast, Jordan, for our viewers. If you operate within the parameters of the 10x rule, success is guaranteed. So I don't know for you, Jordan, but for me, it has been. It has been a very nice marriage, very nice
Children.
Pandemic, we switched. I was I had a consulting business before the pandemic. The pandemic crushed it. And I brought this back. I brought this thing back. And we worked on another project, and Uninet was born during the pandemic. So the 10x rule helped me a lot doing that, to do that. You will finally
You did what most people didn't do during the pandemic. You didn't just sit there and cry and you know and be upset that you couldn't control. You took action. You literally did what the book said. You took action. You sat there. You're
I
like,
took
okay, we're in a pandemic.
massive
Okay, we're in
action.
a pandemic. I lost everything. What can I do? What do people need right now? Cleaning. I think that makes sense, right? We need to disinfect. We need to clean this, that.
Do we tell the story, Jordan? Can I tell the story? Do we tell
course.
the story?
Yeah, of
Real
course.
quick.
I'm telling the story. Yeah, of course. Go ahead. It's your story, so you should be the one to tell.
Pandemic drops day one. I had financing. I was doing consultation for businesses, small businesses who were looking for financing. So when the pandemic um, uh, unfolded and everything started, the government was shutting down pretty much everything. Every business was shut down. So the banks, I was working with the banks, right? I was helping businesses getting financing for pretty much anything, to buy other businesses and stuff like that. So the banks closed their département de crédit. I don't know how to say that. Département de crédit means Le département crédit était fermé. There was no credit. There was no credit being given. The only credit that was being given during the pandemic was the government one. So the government was controlling all the financing money for the companies because the banks had their credit department closed. So my job disappeared. I had no job. I was jobless. And I had to reimburse client. I had a very nice business, and it's always like that, you know. The bigger you like, the bigger you get, the fall as the harder the fall when it crashes, you know. So it was a pretty nice crash, and I was also crying, you know. The first day I cried when I got told that the credit departments were closed. I cried totally, and I sat down. I remember that day I was sitting down, and I asked myself one question: what could you do? Like, you know, I became that. I had to ask myself, what can you do? And we just, I like, I have to say, I had that answer like coming to me. Tu sais quoi faire? You know what to do. You've been telling your clients what to do for the past X years. You know what to do. You need to pick up that mop and go mop floors because you have a mop in your garage. And that's all you could do right now during the pandemic. The only company that were operating were cleaning companies. And Jordan, your glasses are very revelating. We could see you do like you're scrolling on. We could actually see everything. That's crazy. Your
What am I
glasses
doing?
show everything.
No, it's because it's actually an urgent. I had
Oh,
a
ouais, pour
guest.
vrai. T'avais un
It's a,
guest.
yeah, it's a guest issue,
Wow.
kind of urgent,
Fait qu'on
because
a un-
one of my apartments is on the first floor, and in Portugal in the summer when it gets hot, there's a lot of ants. Like if they leave food and stuff, there's a lot of ants, and she's having a little bit of an ant problem. But yeah,
we're
most
having
people they
that.
don't. Yeah, sorry.
We're having that also in Quebec right now.
Yeah, so there's a couple of ants in the apartment, and she's sending me pictures. I'm like, okay, I'll pass by tomorrow morning.
But anyways, that's it,
So,
bro. So that's what we did. I picked up
no,
the mop.
it's
I used the last
it's,
thousand
it's,
dollars
inspi- it's inspiring. It's inspiring what
to
you did.
start that business. Yeah, that's what we did. That we
You're
actually
making me hungry
applied
now.
the thing that we were applying for our clients back in the days. We had clients, consulting clients that were doing very fine. My business was doing fine. I got married. Everything was growing, and the pandemic came. And this was the blueprint to start over, literally. So yeah, you will discover the single reason why most people never achieve their goals and never achieve success through the reading of that book. You will learn how to figure out the precise amount of effort necessary to accomplish any goal of any size. So it doesn't matter how high it is, how far it is, how expensive it is. It doesn't matter because you're gonna learn to calculate how many action in a precise fashion. Like you're gonna have a template to build upon to accomplish any goal of any size. We will learn how to make it a habit and a discipline to operate at these levels of actions all the time. And I say that with my chip in my hand because it's really serious. But it is. So this information, like I said, it's available to anyone. Anyone could just go through that and apply this to their life. It costs nothing. It would gain you everything. It will show you how to live life to the fullest. And a lot of people make this mistake, Jordan. I couldn't wait to get to that. That's why I wanted to go fast with the other stuff because I feel like a lot of people are making these mistakes. They are failing to set targets high enough. like setting targets. How important it has been for you to set targets to get where you are right now, to buy apartments and to leave Canada and to just like set that goal to just be like to have that side hustle and be free. Because it's for a lot of people here, you're living the dream. You're actually living the freedom that a lot of people here in Canada are like dreaming of. Our age, it's nothing like we have to say it. Like we're not gurus. We're not trying to like push people into like real estate or whatever. We're not trying to do any of that. We're actually just trying to. We're regular guys who've went like we went through stuff. We went through like regular stuff, and we just for my part, we were trying I was trying to change some generational curses, generational curses. For us, les Québécois, l'argent, c'est un tabou. Faire l'argent, avoir une business qui marche, qui produit, avoir des vendeurs, avoir du monde délégué, c'est des gros sujets que pour beaucoup de Québécois, and those are genetic. And on va avoir l'opportunité d'en reparler. On s'en reparlera, mais c'est vrai. Those are generational curses that I was trying to break. And for me, it's that, setting targets that are very high, that changed everything around my life.
10x
was the thing. It was the thing. I don't know for you, George.
10x goals, 10x everything. Yeah, for me it was similar. Obviously, it was a big move what I did, and yeah, just to add on what Felix said, like we're obviously not gurus or anything. We're just two friends who like we have a Discord and we just chat about stuff like this, and we just figured like why not just do it live on a podcast, and we just talk about things that we talk about on our Discord channel, which is like personal development, business, marketing, sales, real estate. We talk about all these things. We're like, let's just have fun, let's just have fun and do it live. So we're not sitting here and telling people how to,
how to live their life,
or how to live their life, or we're just
we're
sharing
here for a good conversation, actually.
Exactly. So yeah, just to get back to what I kind of how I ended up in Portugal is I was working a 9 to 5 job like most people do, and I just wasn't happy with my job. So that's what forced me to make a move and to change something in my life. I wasn't happy at my job, and I said, you know what? I'm young now. I'm young once, and I don't want to have any regrets when I'm older. And I think that's what sparked it. It was the fear of having regrets. And I said, you know what? Let's go. I'm a dual citizen, and I'm an Italian citizen, so I'm able to live and work in Europe. And yeah, so now I moved here, and the rest is history. And I love the food. I love the weather. I love the culture. I love everything about the lifestyle here. And
On te comprend. On aimerait ça
and
aussi.
the thing about here is that if I bring that mentality, that 10x mentality here in a place where people are closing down like I explained, they're closing down their business randomly for 2 hours just to go to the beach, I will eat them alive.
C'est vrai. C'est vrai quand même. Mais c'est ça le but aussi. Puis je pense que dans la génération, tu sais, comme on va se le dire, comme dans notre génération, ça a été entendu puis ça a été dit aussi. It's something that's missing to our society right now. Some like heavy focus and some heavy goals, big targets. Like these things are missing, and it's something that if right now you're missing a kick in the butt and you're missing a motivation, you're looking for motivation, like if there's something I didn't have at some point in my life, it was motivation. I couldn't look for it anywhere because they like I said, like when the government shuts everything down, like what do you want to do? And I had all the excuses. I can't work. I didn't do that. I couldn't do that. My blood was boiling. I couldn't do that. I was just boiling at home.
Learned that motivation is BS. You need discipline.
Motivation is BS, my friend. It doesn't exist. You need to
feel it. You feel it for like 10 minutes. I don't know.
10
I don't know.
minutes. It's
I don't know
really it.
because
That's that really it. That's
wait,
really
could
it.
it be? Wait, Felix, could it be that we feel this way because we have ADD and like motivation comes up, down, up, down, up, down? So like we just have to
But like we
condition
said
our
yesterday,
mind.
everyone has ADD right now. Everyone is on that.
No, let's not. I don't think. I don't think so. I don't think everybody. I think people
Bah,
say.
bro, we're all
I
having the
just
same
think that.
distractions. Like
I
distraction
think
is
yeah, but
everywhere.
I think because of social media and because of like our attention span went down. I think our attention span just went down, and like like we said yesterday, like instant gratification. Like our brains need a reward right away. You know.
It's
And I
true.
think that's why people are fidgety and they're like, you know, they're, I don't think they actually have ADHD. You know, I know I have
ADHD
it
doesn't
'cause
exist, but I guess it's a condition that everyone has right now. Like we're all having that same
and look, if
fidgety
people are if,
condition.
look if people are telling themselves this and we're telling ourselves this. Well, I actually have it because I spoke to I spoke to a doctor and everything when I was younger, so I know I have it, but I feel like a lot of people are telling themselves that they have it. And what does that do when you're telling your brain, I have ADD, I have ADD, I can't read, I can't do this, I can't do... You're not going to be able to do it.
This is very
Zero
true, my
chance.
friend. This is very true
Your
because I
brain just
was
shut
told that
down.
all
It
my
just shut
life.
down. Oh my God. I hope
And
we talk about another, but Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I hope one day
we're
we
going to
talk
be talking about
that.
all that stuff, my friend. We're not going anywhere. We're
We're
not
not
going
going anywhere. I love
anywhere.
it. I love that.
Bro, we have so much topics that have like value for all these people like that want to like share it with us. And please comment and ask us like questions or stuff if you're like if there's stuff that you want us to like elaborate on and have some more time talking about, like it will be like our pleasure to have that conversation because that's what we're je pense que c'est pour ça qu'on a décidé de faire ça puis that's it, man.
And another thing about what I love about these podcasts is that it actually reinforces like it's just amazing. We're having fun. We're chatting. We're friends since we're from childhood, you know, and we're just talking business. We're talking, and it reinforces in your head. It
reinforces.
just reinforces like those books that we're talking about. I read them. I read the 10x. I read the GTD
This
one.
is
I read
better than school, by the way. Better than school. You're gonna
I would agree with
keep
that because like you're always like applying yourself. But yeah, having said that, I wish you all a good night, a good day, good morning, wherever you are. It's good night for me. It's lights out for me. It's almost midnight for me. So
100%. Yes, on se voit demain, man. 9 o'clock. And you know what? I feel like these should be more at 12 o'clock. What do you think? What do you think?
12 o'clock, like afternoon.
Yeah, like our 12
Afternoon
o'clock.
Montreal time. We tried it out the other day. We had more viewers.
We had actually more viewers and more fun because the people that were there were actually like probably
yeah, but
like in the.
it's also like earlier in the day for me, so I have more energy, you know.
So I feel
Not
like
like-
we could start doing that on our lunchtime. What do you feel? What do you think
yeah,
about?
we could test it out. Right now, we have no fixed anything. We're just testing out. We're just having fun. We're just chatting.
That's it.
And
So let's
that's it.
try that out.
We're just gonna see where it goes. If you guys have any comments or
Suggestion.
any,
But we just went through that one
Any
with like
advice?
one
Anything
viewer.
that
So you know what? No comments.
yeah, but maybe they'll see it. Yeah, but they'll see it later and they'll comment later.
Of course,
You
I know, bro. I know.
you guys have anything you want to hear us talk about? Let us know.
So on that one, bro, on se reparle demain. On se voit demain,
Yes,
même
sir,
heure.
Big. Yes, sir.
9
Je
heures du
t'aime.
matin, puis... Hey, moi aussi, Big. Ciao, Big.
Bonne soirée, man. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.